comedians. Excellent. So I want you to keep that going for Peter McKinnon. G'day. Thank you. How's it going? Well, yes. Well, I hope you are feeling good tonight, because I am, because I'm now living in Wellington and not down south anymore. Yes, I am from Nelson City they call it. They still call it Nelson City. It's more like a town now. You know, that's what they deem it as. But for me, really, it's more like a village. No, I stand corrected, it's a village. And I'm going to bore you with some really dumb history. Really, really dumb history. So be prepared to be bored out of your fucking mind. What it used to be, as they travelled on the 1700s in a ship, Nelson was called Russell. No Jack in front of it. Sorry, Jack Russell, get it? But it was called Russell. Why was it called Russell? Well, I'll tell you why it was called Russell. These people were all on the ship called Russell. Even the prostitutes. The dogs, the cats, even the rats and the chickens were all called Russell. Just imagine these people were walking down a beach inlet, saying to each other, "Oh, g'day, Russell. Hello, Russell. Russell." That's my, sorry, bad chicken impression. But that's why I got out of there. Look at that one up. That's why I got out of there. I don't want to be in Russell. Sorry, that's. I just realised what I just said then. In Russell. So, in and out. And then I took off. Yes, I took off into Wellington. I was going to be one hell of a leading man. Look at me. Yes. Oh, thank you. But I was relegated to a bit parts actor. Well, I wasn't any good. I wasn't Tom Cruise, and he's my height. Well, I ventured off into Wellington, still here. I was still here, actually. Not ventured off, I was still here. And I got discovered in a bank of all places. Yes, they took one look at me and they said, "He'll be great as a hobbit." And before I knew it, I was in Samwise Gamgee's wedding as a wedding guest. Yes, a wedding guest. It continues from there. I went into oh God, I'm getting stuffed up. That's how actors and extras do. They stuff up their lines continually. So I might as well do it here. And then I got to do the Hobbit thing. I was Hobbit, Unexpected Journey, as the same Hobbit. My frickin' range is brilliant, isn't it? Yes, my career took off then. It took off. And then I was going to be in one of the awesomest movies of this century, Mortal Legends, which didn't go nowhere. This was going to be my biggest break. Greatest break. They put me in front of the camera. I was in there. Then Peter Jackson stood up from the camera and said, "No, we can't use this guy. His face is too unusual." Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Am I the only one wondering if his Hobbit character was called Russell?
Yes.
Was it? I need to find out. All right. So
Hello, everybody. Yes, hello. It's me. I'm on. Finally, really having some very technical issues with StreamYard. So yes, amazingly, StreamYard has. I think it's crapped his bed. Really has. With some of us. So making apologies. Stu is in the chat or in this audience. So I had this really lame joke saying Stu can't be here because I shot him. Well, that doesn't work. He's in the bloody chat. Sorry, he can't make it either. He's out with Claire, the lovely Claire. So he's either whining or dining or just whining. And Salacious can't be with us tonight, unfortunately. There's work. Yeah, he's got work, apparently, cropped up. Maybe he's finding a new spit to be roasted on. And it's just me. So thank you very much for hanging out and patiently. I see Jono is, couldn't find any dishes to wash. I've got a load of dishes here, Jono, like I said in the chat, on my kitchen bench that I haven't washed. So I need them washed. And thank you, Keith, Gerard, and I saw a new name here too, actually. I'll just see if I can go up a wee bit here. Go, Gerard. What was it? There we go, Gerard. Go up. Just bear with me. Jason's here too. Hello, Jason. The Padre featuring Dr. Cheese. Very hilarious handle. Hello, welcome. Hello everybody. Thank you for your patience and hanging out with me. Yes, that's the newish stand up, which was funny to watch. Even I just came out of it as a train wreck, almost. Very funny. Trying to get the laughs and seeking the laughs and kind of bugger up royally, but it's the fun of buggering up royally. You tend to actually learn from. Anyway, I learned from because I wasn't prepared enough. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared enough for my jokes. And you saw me stuttering and stirring and stuttering again, and I had to make a joke out of that, which was quite great. I thought it was quite cool, actually. But hopefully you get a laugh out of my expense. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully everybody is fine. Thank you to 10 people. Well, they're 9 now. And Jono's gone. He's got some dishes he's found. But yeah, so it's going to be a shortened stream. Hopefully we'll get the panel back together, the band back together next time we do this. Kat and Cy and Stu and Salacious. Yeah. So what can I kind of say about that? That 5-minute stand up. I was in the green room. I thought I was preparing, and I guess I guess I didn't prepare that much. I thought it was all going to go swimmingly well. I thought I might change it around and try and do it a different way, but it doesn't work. It didn't work. But that's the fun of it, you know. It doesn't really matter. I couldn't give a flying fuck, really, to be quite honest with you, because I saw that. Yes, it did feel like I was pushing a boulder up a hill, but I found it quite hysterically funny. And yeah, the crowd, you know, you get kind of audiences in the crowd, you know, being either more vocal in one sense, and another crowd more quieter in another sense. So I think that night, all of us, I think we had a crowd either vocal or not vocal in some of the stand-up, including mine. I don't. If it doesn't hit, I think I gather if it doesn't hit, you're not going to get the laugh. So you got to find something out of that. I think there are probably about. I think we had about over 100 people in that small space. It was quite a good night, actually. They drift in and then they all pile it, kind of thing. It's the last minute, so it was a relatively good night for some comedians. Some performance was great. It was fantastic. I think some of the jokes landed better with other comics, and that's fantastic because I love that too. It's all a learning thing for me. And that was a learning to actually be prepared in your material. And if it doesn't work, that's cool. Don't come off the stage and say whine about it and stuff like that. Just laugh it off and say, "Well, fuck, you bombed. It's brilliant." Or don't say anything at all. And I find it. I don't do that anymore. I don't come off whining and stuff like that. I just laugh about it. And I laughed about that. I laughed on here when I saw it. It was funny as. Hi, Chris. Anyway, good to see you. How Lamb? How are you, Lamb? How are you? How are you? So yeah. Here he is. Here's the guy who's in the chat but not in the panel. I was going to do a joke. I don't know if you heard that or not, saying that Stu couldn't be here tonight because we shot him, and he's there. I'd say they were a regular size, Chris. Yes. Yeah. Is that a short joke? Yes. Stu, everybody's saying hi. Oh, g'day, Michael. Stu, g'day, Michael. How are you going? Yeah. But nevertheless, I had fun, you know. And the joke was on me, really. I stuffed up. It was absolutely funny. I thought it. Hang on. I can't even see that big dream. I thought it might have been a crowd full of midgets. So Jono's answer is spot on. Yeah, midgets. Okay. Yeah. I think New Zealand can attest to that. We're all short over here. So Stu. He's laughing at your joke, Chris. So there we go. Yeah, it's No, well, I can't say anything more about it. It was just fun. Even the stuff ups are fun. And cannot wait to do it again. And hopefully this month I'll get to do another 5 minutes. I'll be prepared this time. In June, I think I'm on Mad Meat Mondays, I think they call it here, which won't be filmed. I think there's another Best in Class show that I'll have to sign up for. That'll be filmed. So this was the previous one. It's called it Silver Tongues. Why it's called Silver Tongues is all the over 50s and over 50s can get a go on stage. Sorry. What have you taken away from your last gig? This one or the last one, Stu? I think what I just said. I think. I think be prepared. You know, the old scout motto. Be prepared with your jokes. Try, get a set routine. I think for me, working off the cuff can sometimes not work for me. I'm not an improv guy. I never was an improv guy, and I've done improv, and it's fucking hard doing improv. I think for me, I've got to actually write down the jokes, make it as flowing, smooth, for the rough, or with the rough as well. No, comics nowadays, they don't tend to drink. I think one actually, I stand corrected, g'day TGC. I think one comic actually got pissed on stage, and he's very funny. But no other comedian drinks or smokes or crack or whatever you want to say. Okay, what's it? I think Pete has hit the nail on the head there. I wouldn't have thought about getting jokes ready for stand-up. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm not nowhere near the great Billy Connolly, who can get stand up there and just make everybody laugh, and it doesn't seem like he's actually written anything. He's just brilliant in that kind of thing. Gonna go up. Sorry, Terry. Well, yeah, like I said, I think Billy Connolly actually has nothing written down. Well, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but I think he just exudes being funny. Comes off that way. Then let's say Rowan Atkinson, who writes everything down and performs it, and it's also hysterical. Yeah. I guess around the 80s and 90s, I mean, you had comedians drinking. Ricky Gervais has a pint of beer, I think, with him at all times when he's doing stand-up. TJC, that's actually made me laugh out loud. Yeah. Brings new meanings to saying, I'm working, but I can't be here. just a thought. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the audience will react him getting violent on stage if he goes to violent rage. But anyway, each to his own. Yeah. So yeah, I'm no expert on it, Chris. Or no expert on it. It's just like I mean, people can actually do that. They can go up there and without being prepared and having a great laugh with the audience, and and just making people laugh. I suppose they have a gift. Me, I think, I think, I think I just do it, get more prepared in doing it, but keep it how I kind of want to do it as smoothly as I can without being sounding like it was going to be a performance material on stage. If you get what I mean, acting on stage kind of thing. I can answer your question, Pete. Is job. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Because I'm here doing this, and I'm not getting paid. And I'm living. Yeah. Without any money, so I'll give you that. Okay. Well, all those 5D4s won't pay for themselves. Exactly right. And all those other doubles on doubles on doubles he has to pay for. Pete, some comedians use the audience to dictate which way the show goes. Yes, they do. Yeah. Do get have got taught by TJC that if you around here anyway, I mean, it might be different on other parts of the world, but not to invite some of the audience to participate. Sometimes, if you involve one person as a comedian, you're neglecting the other audience because you're just performing to one person. It feels like you're not performing to the greater audience. So comedians can actually involve all the audience into the joke. It's fine. I guess. I mean, again, I'm no expert in that, so. So there is that. That's my observation. That's my opinion. When I tried stand up, I found that if the audience laughed at what I said, I was doing a good job. Yeah, I mean, Chris, I think you've got a natural instinct for that, right? I think, and it's fantastically funny. You can play off people in the audience, and that's a good thing because it's entertaining. I mean, I think you can, I'm not poo-pooing it. No, I mean, each to his own. If you have a gift to actually do that, fantastic. I mean, Jimmy Carr does it all the time now with the hecklers, and James Acaster's stand-up comedian recent thing, he involved hecklers and he got everybody involved. So yeah, I mean, so you can involve everybody, oops. I hoped somebody in the audience was called Russell. That would be hilarious. Who's Russell? Who's Russell? Well, they named Nelson Russell. So I come from Nelson, but it was named Russell in the 1700s. So plus I'm actually taking the comedic value of Rhys Darby, and doing weird and wacky stuff, or out of the box, if you call it out of the box, and taking history, moving into being comedy. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but hey, I'm just working. It's a work in progress. But yeah, the place was called Russell. But that would be hysterically funny. So yeah, good. I might add that. Maybe, yeah. So okay, is anybody in the audience called Russell or something? I don't know. I'll work on it. I think that club may have had a no chickens allowed, Terry. Yeah, true. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just. Oops. I don't think I've ever been this confused. Nelson was called Russell, right? The place was called Russell, right? It wasn't a person; it was just a place. Yeah. So, anyway, thanks for. I'm gonna cut it short here. I know it's only been nearly half an hour, but so I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it extremely short here, and say thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I've confused Chris now with Russell, not being a person, but it's a place. So, hang on. Sorry, they changed the name from Russell to Nelson. Who allowed people with such shit imaginations to name something? Like Nelson was the best they could come up with. Well, actually, Jono, it was a British ship officer called Lord Horatio Nelson that named Nelson. So from Russell, it went from Russell to Nelson. Boring facts, but there we go. Should have called it Steve or Tracy. Last week I called it. They said they were going to call it Kevin. Seriously. You think that's mad, Jono? You should see the Yanks. They look all the same from Britain. Colin, welcome to Colin. Yeah. At least they picked the good names and put new before them, Chris. I live in Steve. Doesn't have a good ring though. No, it doesn't. I would concur about that. Steve. Who's Steve? Dave. Dave's not here, man. Good point, Chris. Yeah. So, Steve. Yes. All good, guys. Everybody, thanks for joining me on this again shortened live stream. We'll be back in May, hopefully, with another video. If not, see you later. There will be more to come. Thanks for subscribing, everybody. If you've just talking to my friend who is living in Wellington, or the New Zealander who's actually listening, that one person, go and subscribe to TJC. He's got a YouTube channel, of course. Keith Knight, go and check him out on Facebook. And other people, Lamb, Echo's got what sounds like a threat, Jono. But Irish people, you gotta love them, don't you? Yeah. So anyway, hopefully you can check all these guys out in the chat, YouTube channels, Instagram pages, or what have you. Until next time, there will be a next time. Hopefully the panel will be back and get the StreamYard going better. Or I might be on something else than StreamYard, because I think StreamYard sucks at the moment. But take care of yourselves, everybody. Thank you very much in the chat again, once again, and hope you enjoyed the 5-minute stand-up. If you didn't, that's okay too. Until next time, bye. And I'll say it again, bye. Cheerio, people.